Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Libra Sun and a Leo Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs are compatible by sign. They sextile each other as far as the signs go. They're both extroverted. They're both masculine signs. Libra is sociable and likes to appease others. Leo is extroverted as well, gregarious. But they like to, a lot of times they like to be the center of attention at a party, while Libra is the one that would basically tries to appease others at a party and maybe be the host or somebody that is just likes to talk to people there. Anyway, when I look at this combination, this could be somebody that brings the Libra attributes, their Sun and Libra attributes, out in a very flamboyant and magnanimous and generous manner, so to speak, such as their charm and their tact, their diplomacy, the things that they like as far as basic ones, such as their relationships and partnerships. And they will make this known often in a loud way, so to speak. And this could be a position for a combination where this could be somebody that where acting can figure prominently. If I'm not mistaken, the late actor Christopher Reeve had a Libra Sun and a Leo Ascendant, and he brought this artistic quality, I guess you could say, out in a very flamboyant kind of Leo manner, and went to in being an actor and being on stage. So. The thing we got to remember is that in the sun in our natal chart, it represents our basic wants, while the ascendant or rising sign can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. Now, for Sun and Libra, the basic wants can be connected with things that are having equality, justice, relationships, partnerships, having just general fairness, things connected with just having justice and also having peace, and that could indicate having inner peace, I believe, as well. It applies to inner peace as well within oneself. And as far as having a Leo Ascendant, as I stated before, this could be brought out in a very magnanimous Leo type way. This could be somebody that because Libra can be connected with the law, somebody that owns a law firm or somebody that's like the head of it. And it could indicate that this person might do something artistic, but or it's something connected with art and some kind of art business and its leadership of it. It could indicate also that this could be that person that perhaps finds those Leo basic wants and attains it through Leo, like things like Leo like professions, such as acting, the relationships and partnerships. They may pursue those basic wants with a lot of Leo extroversion, a lot of Leo gregariousness, and by being and showing the magnanimous and generous Leo ascendant. This person may find that inner peace perhaps through a Leo-like profession, such as maybe the military, maybe acting, even sports, something where they can stand out and get notoriety, perhaps in recognition, leadership positions. It could be something connected with children, perhaps as like maybe some kind of like a counselor or even a teacher, either like a priest, like a kindergarten or elementary school type teacher that deals with children. And it could indicate maybe even something in the acting field, even not just acting, but perhaps as a director, because Leo Ascendant often likes to lead as opposed to having a subordinate or subservient position. Now, it's important to look at the aspect that is made, if there's any, between the Sun and Libra and the Leo Ascendant. Now, they are sextile by sign, as you know, so there is certain harmony right from the get-go because of that. However, the aspect, if there is one, could be important as well. Now, in many cases, the person will have a sextile aspect take place. They may have, for example, let's say the person has a Libra Sun at 8 degrees and a Leo Ascendant at 6 degrees. this would form a sextile aspect, and this is auspicious and harmonious, and you could have a positive integration of these energies. And another example, you could have as a minor aspect, you could have a semi-sextile take place. Now let's say you have the Libra Sun at 0 degrees and the Leo Ascendant at 29 degrees. That would form a semi-sextile aspect, which would be auspicious and positive. I call it slightly positive because it's not as strong, as intense as opposed to the sextile, but you could still have certain harmonious blending with these two energies. Now you could also have an out of sign square aspect, which is adverse or adversarial, and these energies may not integrate quite as well. Now, for example, let's say that you have, a Libra, let's say Libra Sun at 29 degrees, and you have a Leo Ascendant at 0 degrees. That would form an out of sign square aspect. And if you have that, you could when this happens, you could have maybe a conflict, and you might feel, even though the signs are compatible by sign, even if you're not cognizant of these astrological placements, could indicate somebody that might have some inner feelings of exasperation and tension due to the fact that what they're projecting outwardly is not what is going on inside. And this could indicate this person might have feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood. And you could have something similar take place. Let's say you have a semi-square aspect, and you have, let's say, the Libra Sun at 15 degrees, and let's say the Leo Ascendant is at, Leo Ascendant is at 29 degrees. This could form form a semi-square aspect, which could be slightly adverse, but it's modified and not as intense as the square, but you might still have those feelings of being maybe misunderstood or misconstrued by others, and also having those feelings perhaps of some tension and exasperation because of that. Now, it's important to look at the house placement of the Sun in Libra, because even though the Leo Ascendant may camouflage and suppress the Libra energy to some degree, the Libra Sun energy may still come out. It'll often figure prominently, at least to some level, in that house that it's in. Let's say that the Libra Sun is posited in the first house. Well, the first house is angular, so this energy can be strongly more emphasized and accentuated, and it may come out with others more on a first impression along with the Leo Ascendant because of that. And people might see this charm, this tact, the diplomacy will come out a little bit more, as opposed to the typical person with a Libra Sun and a Leo Ascendant. Now, let's say that the Libra Sun is posited in the second house. This person might show this sense of being equitable and fair in matters connected with things of a monetary nature, one that likes to maybe try to be fair in terms of helping others, at times maybe monetarily, but giving a fair amount to each person and dispersing it evenly as they can, perhaps. Now, let's say the Sun in Libra is posited in the third house. Well, because it is a cadent house, the energy may be dissipated a little bit. Generally, the Sun sign will be weakened more in a cadent house as opposed to the other ones. But anyway, you might see that this Libra charm and tact and diplomacy come out very strongly in their communications with others. And it could be, if the person has siblings, if applicable, it can come out with them as well. And they might be fair-minded regarding their short journeys. If they have people in their neighborhood, for example, they might visit one person one day, for example, then another person the next, and show that balance as far as that goes. And anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun in Libra and a Leo Ascendant in the natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Libra Sun and a Virgo ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.